There is a number attached to this car that has caused more argument online than almost anything Honda has released in years. Not the horsepower, the price. Honda brought the Prelude back after more than 2 decades away and then asked Civic Type R money for it. Standing next to it here at the Martigny show, the question is not whether it looks the part. It clearly does. The question is whether the engineering underneath earns the figure on the windscreen. $43,195. Up close, the shape is the first thing that disarms you. This is a coupe that has been allowed to be low and wide and a little bit dramatic. The nose stretches out flat, the roofline drops into a fastback tail, and the whole car looks like it is leaning forward even while parked. I like that Honda did not soften it for the showroom floor. 19-inch wheels sit in black. Brembo brakes with blue calipers peek through the spokes, and the proportions in person read far more expensive than the badge suggests. Open the door, and the story stays consistent. The dashboard layout comes from the Civic, which sounds like a shortcut until you sit in it and realize the Civic has one of the cleaner cabins in the class. What the Prelude adds is where it earns its keep. The front sport seats wear leather with a perforated houndstooth pattern, and the Prelude name pressed into the headrests, with blue contrast stitching running across the seats and the dash. It is not overdone, which is important in a car at this price. The flat bottom wheel, the alloy paddles, the aluminum pedals, everything you touch feels deliberate. The rear is where honesty is required. The back seats exist, and Honda counts this as a 4-seater. But the space behind the front chairs is built for short trips and small passengers, rather than adults on a long drive. That is the trade for the swooping roofline. What softens it is the liftback behind them. Lift a hatch and there is 15.1 cubic feet of space back there. More than double what a Toyota GR86 or a Nissan Z will give you. And the rear seats fold 60-40 when you need a proper load space. For a coupe this shape, that is genuinely useful. And it is the detail that most people arguing about the price never mention. If breakdowns like this are what help you decide, subscribe so you catch the next one. Under the hood is the part people get stuck on. The Prelude uses Honda's 2-motor hybrid system, the same setup found in the Civic Hybrid, producing 200 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque. On paper, that is not a big number for the money. And that is the heart of the online complaint. But the torque arrives instantly, the way electric motors deliver it, so it feels quicker in everyday driving than the figure implies. And 0 to 60 arrives in around 6.5 seconds. The clever piece is what Honda calls S+ Shift, a system that simulates the feel of stepping through gears using the paddles, complete with rev matching on the way down. There is no real gearbox doing this. It is software giving an automatic powertrain the rhythm of a manual one. What ties the whole car together is the chassis. The front suspension, the track width, and those Brembo brakes are lifted directly from the Civic Type R, then retuned for a lighter, calmer car. So while the headline power figure sits below what some rivals offer, the hardware controlling the wheels is borrowed from one of the best handling front drive cars Honda has ever built. That is the argument the spec sheet does not make for you. So where does that leave the Prelude? It is not the fastest coupe at this money, and Honda has never pretended it would be. It is a car built around feel rather than a headline number, with grand touring comfort, real-world efficiency near 44 miles per gallon, and chassis hardware from a far more aggressive machine sitting underneath. Whether that combination is worth Type R money is the question every viewer will answer differently, and the answer depends on whether you value how a car drives over how it reads on a spec sheet. But standing next to it, away from the noise online, the Prelude makes more sense in person than it ever did in the comments section. For watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.